So Tim, now that you've been tracking your carbon for a number of months and years, have you changed anything in your life or your house?
You know, I've changed quite a few things, Paul. First of all, tracking helped us figure out what were the biggest parts of our carbon footprint. So it turns out for us, you know, roughly it was a third flying, so we do a fair amount of flying, a third was vehicles, and the other third was household. So I can tell you a little bit about some of the things that we've done. So first on the household side, you know, I did the easy stuff, went around and changed the light bulbs. I actually vacuumed out the coils underneath the refrigerator. I can tell you should do that periodically. That was a surprise, but that actually makes a big difference in terms of the efficiency of a refrigerator.
Did you find any money?
Bunch of coins. Actually, a lot of marbles.
That's right.
One of the other things I got is this little thing called a kilowatt meter. So it's a little device that you actually
I'll zoom in.
Plug it into the wall, right? You plug that into the wall, and then you plug your device, whatever it is. Could be your refrigerator, could be your dehumidifier. That's a big energy sink. Could be a lamp in the front, and then just use this little pink button. The rest of the buttons, don't worry about. And that will tell you, you know, you leave it in there for 24 hours. You come back, and it'll tell you how many kilowatts have been consumed over that time period. So it's kind of neat. It's a little way to figure out what things in your house are using the most power. Well, one of the things I put this on was our fish tank. And I was shocked to find out that this fish tank was actually it was roughly 15% of our electricity bill.
Really?
Yeah. The fish tank was
costing... It's a huge tank.
Yeah. Well, you know, it was actually a 50-gallon tank.
Yeah.
It was costing us about $150 a year to run.
Wow.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
And we only had one fish. So despite my, you know, I thought about, well, should we just flush the fish down?
Yeah.
No, we actually brought the fish back to the pet store, and we got hermit crabs. So, you know, we took care of that.
Great.
So the kilowatt hour is kind of fun because you can measure things
Yeah.
and figure out what's using the most electricity. On the vehicle side, what we started doing is we've got a van, and we've got this, so it's a Honda Odyssey van, and we've got a Subaru, and the Subaru gets better mileage, so we just started driving the Subaru as much as we could and just using the van for the trips when, you know, we're hauling a bigger load or when we got two cars that we need to be using. So that's what we've done on the automotive side. I've got my eye on a Prius hybrid, but we haven't done that yet. In terms of some of the other stuff we did do a blower door test, Paul.
And what's a blower door test?
That's kind of neat. So what happens is it's a service where someone comes to your home and they actually put a big fan on a door, like on your front door, and they suck all the air out of the house and measure the amount of kind of leakage rate of air coming back in that's filling in that vacuum. And they can figure out how tight your house is. The other thing that the blower door team does is they go around and they take these thermal imaging pictures of where heat is coming into the house, where cold is coming into the house. We had this done in the wintertime. So they could see with an infrared camera where the cold areas were. So one of the cold areas was actually right here. So if you see this little knee wall, can you see that, Paul?
Yes.
Well, turns out this area had insulation on it, but although there was insulation, there was a huge air leak to the outside, so it wasn't sealed. So what was happening is, you know, we're heating the home, but the way air moves through a house is actually the cool air comes into your home, often in the basement, but not all the time, and it rises through your house and escapes through attic and through other places and goes right out back outside. So it's kind of like you've got a chimney effect going in your house. Well, anyway, this was one of the sources where cold air was coming into our house. So for $450, these guys, after they did the blower door test, they came in and they put in these insulating panels and did spray foam insulation and sealed off the crawl space. And I can't tell you how much warmer this room in this part of the house is.
And so this is an example of finding an energy efficiency improvement area where it wouldn't have been captured by the watt meter.
Right.
But you actually needed to use another tool here, in this case, the blower door test.
Right.
Great. Thank you very much.
Sure.